Okay, Laverne, let's not make any boo-boos today.
Well, Shirley, how are you?
Well, just look at me. You can see I'm at the end of my rope when I sit with these things.
Well, we have to practice safe social distancing.
Well, I've been real good. I've been hibernating. I don't even know how to act with people anymore, so bear with me.
Okay, so you've been good. Then I think maybe we can take these off, and so we can at least talk to each other face to face.
Well, you know, I have trouble with all my mouth, my face being covered.
Okay.
I can't even wear those little mouth things that we have to wear.
Well, do you think? Well, let's just go ahead and take them off then.
Okay, good girl.
Well, there you are. Oops, I'm choking myself.
Now I need a comb. But here one is.
Well, so Shirley, talk about. People have been asking.
Well,
you're
I
so
want
cute
to-
with that comb. You're so cute.
You don't mind me combing my hair, do you? Well, one thing, I've never been penned in so much in all my life, and that's a long life. I've been going on 96, so this is the first time I've ever had to be quarantined, because I was a healthy kid. I wasn't even quarantined with scarlet fever.
Well, you've been through a lot of different situations in your life, including, you know, wars, depression, you know, other pandemics. What do you think? But here you are.
Yeah, this is the worst one. No, I think the war was a little worse when I was a very young girl
Well,
during
but you
World
got
War
married.
II. Yeah, I got married, had a baby, and all that real quick.
Well, the last time we filmed was March, right before all of this shelter in place came to be, and the pandemic got so really so devastating to our communities, to our world. So kind of let's just talk about what you've been up to and what you've had to do since you've been quarantined.
Well, I'm trying to keep from getting it because as much as I think, sometimes I say, gee, I wish I could die the way I feel. Now I'm afraid that I'm going to get that stuff, and I shouldn't be.
Well, you've been taking precautions, like you have your masks, right? You've been wearing masks.
I guess I wear a mask, but I have to keep going like, just otherwise I think I'm going to choke.
But you've done some fun things since we.
Oh yeah, I mean, you have to always improvise. Done more things. So I don't know what we're doing in here. I mean, I haven't cooked, haven't cleaned. I guess I've listened to my book more. No, I have a lot of people that stop in and see me, which I appreciate. I mean, they stop anyway, but I'm happier to see them now, especially at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's happy hour. We've done a virtual happy hour too. That was kind of fun, where other people are watching us drink.
Well,
they're drinking wherever they are.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell them what time we're going to have it. Out of towners.
Yeah. So you, since in March when this happened, we got real serious, and you didn't think it was really going to last this long, did you? Like
Never.
When you said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything. And then after about a month, don't you remember, you're kind of, poor Shirley.
Poor Shirley. Everything happens poor Shirley.
But then, you know, your son arranged to
Well, if I could run outside and go down there and fish and stuff like that, it'd be fun. But and I don't want to whine.
Yeah.
But it just comes natural.
But
I wish I could go down there and fish, but I can't see well enough to.
well, your son arranged for you to have beauty stylists come in, and
I've had a manicurist come in and sit on my bedroom floor while I sit in the lounge, and she does my nails. I feel like Mrs. Upper Crust.
But you've had visitors as well, like.
Oh yeah, I know.
So I mean,
I have you all the time.
well, I know, but I mean, Frank and Ruth Ann came.
Oh
to
yeah,
visit,
well,
and
some good friends of my daughters and then mine came through, and we were so happy to see them, because he just came through a big deal of cancer and lungs removed, all that, and so we had fun with them, and they left yesterday. And they were really good friends of my daughter, but my daughter passed away, and they stayed right with me the whole time.
Good people.
Yeah.
The Millers. So we want to shout out
Frank
to Frank
and Ruth Ann.
Yep, they're down in Fort Myers, and we sure enjoyed their visit.
They had a hard trip back yesterday, though. They said they got as far as Tampa, and it was this downpouring, heavy rain then all the way almost to Fort Myers.
Well, Shirley, what did we do 4th of July? That was kind of neat, too.
Oh, yeah, we had people here.
And your own fireworks show.
We sat out there, and people were around the pool, and they had a good fireworks. Now I remembered. Rick put stuff on a board or something and sent it out, and then it was
In the swimming
up.
pool. It looked very neat. I mean, it was, like it was a lot of nice time not having to be around people at the stadium.
Had to dig the
canceled.
dog out from under my mattress when I went to bed. He got so scared. The Hamilton?
Yeah, most dogs don't like fireworks.
No,
I
but
think.
he was really stuck up in the underneath the bed.
Well, I remember, Shirley, you were telling me during this thing that in the very beginning you were saying, this thing was just not gonna get you down, or people need to be creative and kind of just be
You
happy.
have to make your own fun, even if it's 2 of you, 3 of you, 10 of you. I mean, if you can't have fun, what's the sense of going on,
Well, some of the stuff that you used to do too, when you were telling me your family would do when you were camping or you were going out and doing different things, it was all wholesome fun.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure everybody camps and has that same kind of fun.
I don't think people do stuff like that.
Like when you're laying on the ground and then it rains and the water's running under you, that's fun.
No, but I know, but
My brother, well, this is a camping story that isn't, I wasn't there, but my brother and his friends went up to our cottage in Illinois, and they were, and girls and guys, and having a good time. Well, my brother was younger than him, and he was a Dickens. Well, he went in and was stealing their food. He was.
so when they went to get their food, they didn't have any?
Yeah, wanted to kill him.
But you said it was, I imagine it was different.
But there were so many fire things we did. One thing, we could take a quarter and go to the corner and buy a whole bag of fireworks.
Yeah, I asked you how much were fireworks.
Man, nothing.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
you
now
did.
I want to ask you, did you shoot fireworks
Yes.
in Hawaii?
Hawaii fireworks are huge because it has really an implication. New Year's is the biggest, but they have all aerial fireworks. Hawaii is just huge with the fireworks. They believe at New Year's particularly that it chases away bad spirits or bad mojo, so they really do it New Year's Eve. But 4th of July, anytime you can have aerial fireworks in Hawaii, they have them. It's unfortunate now because they're shut down. Now they're not letting tourists in there. So all the local people are enjoying the beach, like Waikiki Beach. Nobody ever used to go now because the tourists were there, but now they're gone, So.
Well, they're shooting fireworks right here at the ball field.
Yes, they're doing a lot of that ball field.
Well, they have to. They don't have any ball players.
Right, but your son come up with a lot of great ideas like that, and Mallory with that Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it got international attention,
Well, and they're having movie night,
right?
and they're still serving dinners. And,
Yes. Well, what do they have on Thursday that's still really good?
Well, I still remember, Thirsty Thursday.
That's right.
Beer cheap.
Yeah.
You've never taken me there on Thursday.
Well, I asked you if you wanted to go, but we've had a beer here, or I have, on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what do you want to let our viewers know about just 4 months has passed?
Well, should I
Shirley.
tell them how you mistreated me and all that stuff?
Oh, not on TV. Don't do that.
You know how abusing the elderly? Yeah. No, we have a good time. We always have a good time. And I plan on having some more good times. And,
Yes.
But when you can't go anywhere, afraid somebody's going to breathe on you.
Well, I do tell everybody what you said, that you haven't lived this long to let a pesky little virus take you out.
Oh no, something bigger than this has to come along. I'm not giving in.
Well, are you glad that we're filming today?
Oh yeah, I miss my boys.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they forgot me.
Well, you have been really good to stick by the rules, Shirley, and not go anywhere except.
Oh, I had went to the beauty shop once, as you can tell, just once. And you're the only one in there. I was the only one in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you also went to the dentist.
Oh, that was fun. I would have never went, but it was, unless something happened, it did. I lost a filling, and I thought I didn't want to walk around with a few teeth when I'm old, so I went and suffered for a whole hour.
When do you think you're going to consider yourself old?
Well, I think you have to hit 100, don't you?
Oh, gosh, that'd be great.
Well, my sister was 104, but she didn't have as much fun because she was always worried about being sick.
Oh, was she kind of a hypochondriac?
Yeah.
There's some other people in your family.
Yeah, well,
that are like that.
We all have our hypochondriac days. Well, when they tell you about all these symptoms, pretty soon you got it.
I know, I think
you got a fever, you got this, you got that, you got the virus or whatever's going around, and then my throat, I thought my throat was killing me. I thought, sure, I had it.
I really think you thought you had it 5 or 6 times, but then you snap out of it.
Well, I get better.
Yeah.
No, but I've been having a lot of throat problems.
What is wrong with your throat?
I told you I couldn't swallow. And then I was laying in that dentist chair and back, and I try and swallow, you know, and I really suffered in that.
I know, poor Shirley.
Yeah.
But what have you learned now? You did have doing some things like the 3 C's.
Don't complain, don't criticize,
yeah,
and don't care.
Don't compare.
And I don't care.
No, you have to care. Don't compare. That was really funny though when you were Quint was explaining that to Pat. Mother, what are the 3 C's? And you said it, and then you said to Pat, "That's for you." That was funny.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to live by.
Well, yeah. Well, he lives pretty much by that.
He's a happy guy.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, we're soon celebrating a happy occasion.
Yeah.
For him.
Oh, for today, yeah. It's his birthday. Poor baby.
And you remember when he was just when he was born, like it was yesterday, I
bet. Oh, yeah. You know, you sampled a lot of the little things he did, like draw pictures where he shouldn't have.
Yes, yes. I think that table was the funniest thing, and we do have a good picture of that. He drew a cat and a mouse and some cheese underneath the first table that Shirley you ever bought.
No, well, it was one of the first, yeah. The first expensive one we ever bought.
It is really nice. It's all wood, solid wood.
But he drew a picture underneath. Well, who crawls underneath the table? So I never even knew the picture was there.
When did you find out?
The other day.
Oh.
When he come carrying it in here like this. Yeah.
Well, he just couldn't part with it.
No.
Yeah. It is cute. You didn't know about it till then. He really.
Well, I said, you know, his whole upstairs, when we lived in the one house, I had a big baseball diamond over the whole floor. And then there was his little powder room or whatever you call it, second toilet he had in the middle. And then he used to sit and roll up his socks when he was in bed and toss them.
Oh, like a basketball?
Play basketball.
That's cute.
No, well, he was very, he was smart when he was little. He could think of all kinds of stuff that other people wouldn't even attempt to do.
Or some good activities to keep himself occupied.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my dear, I think that it's about time you start telling me some of your deals about your precious little son.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, as you know, Daniel bought a house in Pasadena. He's not living in downtown LA anymore because his office is closed until January 2021. And downtown was just shut down, so he went ahead and moved. And, you know, I think it's great that he has now a yard. He's a homeowner, so he's doing things differently. He's kind of grown up a little bit with that, but it's a nice little house.
It takes a long time for kids to grow up today.
Yeah,
They have to hit their mid-30s before they think they're
grown-up adults. Well, he's 33 now, and so, you know,
Well, he's on his own, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not. He's a baby.
He's on his own. He's not at home with you.
No, I know, but I wish he was.
I think you'd get tired of it.
You do? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming hopefully in November. So we'll see him in November.
Yeah. Don't you think they don't want to hear about our kids and all this tiresome stuff we're talking about?
No, let me tell you, actually, everybody that I see, when I have been out to different things, of course, you know, using my mask and socially distancing, people ask me what you have been doing, and they miss your little stories about the family, because they are all interesting. We have not lived as long as you. Nobody I know except John Appleyard has lived longer than you.
Yeah. His wife passed away.
Yeah, that was
Eleanor. Was it 2 weeks ago?
She was a nice lady, and
well, I never really did know her, but I'm sure she was nice. But he's older than me.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's too old for me.
Yeah, I know you go for those younger guys.
Yeah, a cougar. I'm a cougar. Who wants to bother with an old guy when all these nice-looking young ones are around? Yeah.
Shirley, see, you have got maybe a little, you've got an eye for the younger guys.
Yeah, well, who wants to take care of the old sick guy? And if anybody wants to marry me, I'm not getting married again.
Oh, you're just going to live in sin? No, you wouldn't do that, would you?
No.
You would just date somebody? I don't think you'd even do that. You already have a couple boyfriends.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind that one of them's your husband.
No, I really don't. He has so much fun with you. And also, Barry Cole, that's your latest one.
Yeah, and he owns a jewelry store. I'll be able to go and put all kinds of things in.
I know he was quite taken with your picture, your high school picture that you have.
Well, what's wrong with me now?
No, no, nothing's wrong with you now. But he was just looking at how, you know.
Oh yeah, they're very, very nice people.
They're great. They're great. But I think Laura got a little jealous.
Oh, heck, she was making up to John Appleyard. She must go for older guys, and I'll take her young husband.
When they see this, they're going to laugh, you know.
Who?
Laura and Barry. They're going to think it's, he might see it as a little
You might see humor to what they probably don't think is so hot.
Why? Because I think you're so funny. You're so
Well,
witty.
thank you. I thought I was pretty.
Yeah, well, you are that as well, and modest.
Yeah.
But you don't care if you're modest, right?
Oh, I am modest when it comes to...
No, not that.
But I'm not modest as far as saying things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my sister, she always said, I'll tell you one thing, Shirley, about getting old. You can say some stupid things, but they have to forgive you.
Yeah, well, I don't think you say stupid things. I think during this time, you've been disciplined about staying in, and you know, I know it's been hard for you.
Well, I believe in being careful with this. I think these people are very negligent when they go in, when they know that they're supposed to have their mask on. They know they're supposed to not be close to people and do that.
Yes.
That's just like killing someone.
Well, it's just irresponsible, I think, and it's selfish, really. But let me tell you, one of the things that has happened, I think, through this thing is that a lot of people have found other creative ways, like the Wahoos have done all this stuff, and outside of their just baseball, the shops have done a lot of different things. There's a group of kids, Shirley, that I told you about that have decided that they want to use their creativity in another way. So these kids have been, and I call them kids because the oldest one is a sophomore at UWF, Rowan Freitas. She has started making unbelievable pastry treats, and she sent a box over to you here of these handmade scones.
What's her name?
Rowan, and macarons and butter cookies and little finger sandwiches.
Oh,
And
what's
so
her name?
Rowan.
Oh, Rowan, you're a doll.
And so she started this because she had to move back home after UWF closed down, and so she's at home, and so she and her mother, Lori, started baking together, and these things are delicious. And then there's a lasagna fellow, is her friend Blake Sutton, that does the great handmade lasagna pasta and handmade sauce.
What about those meatballs?
And the meatballs. Our friend Ethan Cahoon does these. His grandfather uncle was a chef for the mafia. And so this recipe is one of those ones that if he told us, he'd have to kill us. So I don't know how, they're the best I've ever eaten. So, we wish these kids luck, and we're happy that they are using their creativity and not just sitting around, moping around, or playing with video games and not doing anything. Mm-hmm. They're being productive. And you like that, right?
Oh, yeah. They talk a lot about kids today, but there are a lot of smart ones.
Yes.
Really smart.
There are a lot of good kids. You mean they talk a lot about the bad things kids do?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But there are kids that are really smart and creative, and we have to support that. That's our future leaders. Mm-hmm. Or, your grandkids, or your great-grandkids.
Oh, I know they're going to be leaders, but I won't be around to follow them.
No. Hey, their grandkids are doing good now.
Oh, they are. They are. Like I told you, they are bright.
All of them
But you never know. You can always get messed up somewhere along the line. Just have to stay on the straight and narrow. Choose your friends.
That's a good piece of advice. It really is about choosing the right friends, don't you think?
That's what you have to watch with your kids, that they have the right kind of acquaintances.
See, that's what I like about when we talk about these things, that you, from experience, can say that. And, you having raised 2 successful children, and they could have been, like, your son could have been my mom. Oh, no, I guess he couldn't have been. No, my dad, sorry.
They could have been like my brother. My brother he never did anything really bad, but he was a Dickens girl all the way growing up. He had rabbits, and he sold them to the guy 2 blocks away. And then he went one night and stole them. He sold them and then stole them.
Oh, wow.
And we had the rabbits back. Well, no, we found out he did that. And just like Quinn had to take the pumpkins back, well, he had to get those rabbits back.
Did your dad wonder why the rabbits reappeared? Was that it?
Huh?
Did your dad wonder why the rabbits reappeared?
My father wasn't one that cared about messing with animals and that. My mother would have been the one, and she was a disciplinarian. She probably chased them all the way down the street.
Well, Shirley, a couple things before we wrap up. What do you think is a good piece of advice for people if this situation persists?
Be patient. You have to really be patient, and don't let it blow your mind like mine's almost ready to go. And no, I mean, you can't do anything about it, but just take care and hope everybody else takes care.
Well, I think remind people that we should be safe with our masks and not jeopardize others.
Oh, look, in fact, if you guys, anybody wants one, I got some here. She made this one. Laverne is also very, very talented, not me.
Well, and so I think I can think of a good thing that will relieve some stress in a few minutes. What do you think?
Well, looks pretty white to me.
All right, well, Shirley.
Anyway, been nice being with you again, Laverne.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
With coronavirus spreading, people at higher risk must take extra precautions. You are at higher risk if you're over 65, or if you have an underlying medical condition like heart disease, chronic lung disease, diabetes, or if your immune system is compromised for any reason. If you're at higher risk, stay 6 feet or 2 arm lengths away from others. Better yet, stay home if you can. The choices you make are critical. Please visit coronavirus.gov for more information.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others.
For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.